While it's always a nicer and more welcoming feeling to live each day in our happiest moments, the reality is that our lives are continually having different experiences of every nature. We process approximately 60,000 thoughts a day. Although we strive to feel good all the time, there are times we go through heavier experiences. These tougher, heavier moments are completely normal, and I recommend being open to them so that you can process these energies in an easier way. When we allow this attention and awareness to integrate into our current energetic field, this welcoming creates a non bias and caring environment, which in turn creates a harmonious acceptance within your integration process. Just being able to say, I'm having a rough time with this situation, or things just feel super hard for me. It's not only okay to have bad days and rough weeks, it's actually just as much a part of the experience as the wonderful weeks you have. Learning to respond to these emotions rather than to react to them is an incredibly high vibe way to move through all of life's experience. Usually, when a situation or an emotion that doesn't feel good to you shows itself, it is there for you to look at in a productive and conscious way. Just by the mere fact that you make this small adjustment of noticing the feelings, allowing the feelings to be there, and looking at the feelings a bit deeper with no judgment, other than knowing that it doesn't feel good, is all that is required. Many times it may take patience for the emotions and energy to alchemize, but it does, especially when given the space to do so. This is just another way of trusting yourself, trusting your process, the light of God that shines within you at all times. The universe, which is also you, knows its way. If you just allow the room for it to move and flow through you, you will recognize and discover many things through these heavier events. They are like superpowered gifts that come in a camouflage wrapping. When you respond in this loving, caring way with yourself, you will notice very quickly that you don't feel your nervous system kicking in. The ego begins to get to the idea that you don't react anymore, but you gently allow the harder days, thoughts, and experiences to be there. And you do it without the worst case scenario thoughts. You do it without trying to fix it in a mad rush. Those would be reactions. Rather, you're allowing the emotions in a kind, loving way, looking at it from angles without labeling. The soft mental hug to yourself is reassuring to your entire being. Once you have processed in this way, you will make the adjustments that need to be made in your life in a simple and confident way. The next thing you know, your energy is lighter and you're feeling integrated and whole again. Learning ways to become friends with the bad days or even bad weeks or months is essential for discovering what it is you need to learn. Maybe you need to be more firm with boundaries, or perhaps you spent more money than you had to spend. Whatever the issue is, it is usually never a permanent situation. It doesn't define who you are. What actually does define who you are is how you respond. There is nothing wrong with reaching out for support, being able to discuss how you feel with a friend or family member, but I also recommend self-care. Do things like run a bath, go for a jog, have coffee with a friend. Whatever it is that you love doing most, do that. Don't dwell on the heaviness. You know it's there, and it's okay that it's there. Remember, this is temporary, and it is a sign of growth, self-awareness, and expansion. Once you start doing this as a practice, you will face these situations with more of a curiosity of what the universe is trying to show you. That inquisitive and open approach can resolve matters much more quickly, and it happens with ease. The universe, your soul, your evolution is polishing you. Wisdom always comes through a refinement process. Without the knowledge and experience of the contrast of our reality, We have nothing to compare our experiences to. We have wildly amazing adventures, then we have a bummer come into view. We distinguish our desires through the learning and emotions of all of them. Just know every single one of us goes through it. We gain more of what we desire as we choose by responding and processing in this way, in a very honest, authentic, and true to ourselves kind of way. So go live life, every bit of it, with style, grace, and courage.